Hi, I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and we're going to take a look at another Silverstone fan. This is the second fan of 3 that they sent me, free of charge and with no strings attached, to be done with as I please, per the manager of marketing. So thank you very much, Silverstone. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. And this time it is the Silverstone Shark Force 160. And similar to the air penetrator that I showed you before, this one also has some interesting patterning on the blades. So this is the box, and here's the fan. Now, if you look closely, you can see they've got an awful lot of blades here, but also you can see that the concave side of the blades has got an indented design that is repeated on the convex side, but on the convex side it sticks out, it protrudes. It's kind of attractive, don't you think? Now, you'll notice there's no cable, and that's because, and I didn't mention this with the 180, but it comes with a 4-prong JST female to PWM male, female also. And so you plug that into the port on the fan, which is right there. And apparently there is also the option of having LEDs. Now, this is because they're using the same frame for this version as they do for the LED version. So in this case, the port for LEDs is empty and blocked. As you can see, right, perhaps, I hope, right there. And but yeah, there's that. There's also another one that is it's for splitting the cable so you can daisy chain it. So this would be plugged in prior to the PWM cable, and this would go to the fan, and then you have these two that would allow you to daisy chain on a couple more fans if you want. So yeah, it's an attractive looking fan, I think. Right, and of course it does come with screws. All right, let's proceed with listening to the noises of this fan. Trying to get it down to the minimum, which is right there. Almost. All right, that's about it. Oh man, it's so hard to get it to the right speed, but there's a bit of noise. Mostly it's just wind though. There is an unusual low-pitched sound coming from this fan. I'm not sure if you can hear it or not. Perceptually, it is an unusual noise that I haven't to my recollection, heard from any of the other fans that I have tested. It is interesting to look at. You can kind of see rings caused by the protuberances and stuff. Kind of see them anyways. At least they're visible for me. Maybe my camera just can't pick them up. Ah, there it is. Again, it reminds me of a long playing vinyl record. Just like that. All right. So yeah, the sound is very unusual. And I'm assuming it's from the protuberances. Now, this is odd because the protuberances are there to help performance and also to reduce speed. So I'm not sure what this sounded like before the protuberances and indentations were added to the blades. But I didn't expect this. And this is fairly strong, but it isn't as strong as I thought it would be. In fact, it's not as strong as the Noctua NF A12x25, but not a huge difference either. It's really the pressure. I really start to feel it right about there. So yeah, wow, that's quite a loud fan, and I think that it's safe to say that if you are noise sensitive, you're not going to be appreciative of this fan. If you are into aesthetics visually, I think you'll appreciate the patterning on this one, because the Shark Force design that's embedded on these kinds of fans is I find very interesting. And then as far as what you can use it for, well, really, for case, obviously, intake and exhaust, for air coolers. And if you have a water cooler and the radiator is not particularly dense and not particularly thick as well, you should be able to use it because it's at what I consider to be the low end of acceptable for a radiator as far as pressure is concerned. But let's go ahead and take a look at the specs. So the Shark Force 160, or SST-SF160B, B for black, that is. And again, this was donated by Silverstone. It's certified. It's not a cheap fan. I found it for $35 online. It's certified by CE, ROHS, and UKCA. And it was made in China. 160 by 160 by 27 millimeters. And it's got 70,000 hours of life. And in the US and Australia, 1-year warranty. And in the European Union, 2 years. I'm not sure about the rest of the world, though. The weight is a 240 grams, which is not the heaviest I've got, and certainly not the lightest either. And you can feel the weight. You know, it's definitely a hefty fan, but not obnoxiously, unless you have like 12 of them in a case. Then it'd be kind of obnoxious. It's got 11 blades. The spacing for the mounting holes is 125 millimeters. The minimum speed is 0. The maximum is 1,600 RPMs, which is not quite as fast as I was hoping for, but okay, we'll live with it. And yes, it does do a minimum of 0 RPMs. And the airflow range is 0 to 160 cubic feet per minute. The static pressure range is 0 to 2.21 millimeters of water. The noise is 0 to 38.1 decibels. And the fan cable's length is 49 centimeters. It's daisy chainable with the adapter, and it is not sleeved. It is PWM, and as I said, the part that plugs into the fan is 4-pin JST. It uses a fluid dynamic bearing and 12 volts. Minimum is 5 to start it, and then the wattage is 7.2 and the amperage is 0.6. So it's fairly power consumptive. Now, as far as accessories and stuff, it does come with indicators for rotation and flow. It turns in a clockwise direction. 4 screws, corner cushions, and it has, again, the two-way 4-pin JST 16.5 centimeter thing, and also well, that's a splitter, and then the regular cable, which doesn't really get counted over here on this part of my table. And that is all there is. But, it's pretty good. Pretty impressive. Just wish the prices were more reasonable. But, hey, I have no control over that, do I? Anyways, that's all. I'd like to thank Grindler at Bleeping Computer for allowing me to share my videos and posts on his website. Bleeping Computer has a lot of resources, including vetted programs, malware removal instructions, malware removal volunteers, other kinds of volunteers for IT, cybersecurity information, and more. It's a great place to go. Give it a try. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.